Do you guys want to know what kind of audio interface to buy for beginners? Check it out. Okay guys, so the first audio interface that we're going to talk about is the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. Now, the great thing about the Focusrite Scarlett 2i2 is it is portable. It's by a company called Focusrite, and it has great preamps on it. So what we're going to do now is talk about the Focusrite, and I'm going to tell you everything about it so that if you guys want to get one, okay? Okay guys, so what's great about the Focusrite is on the Focusrite 2i2, you have your two inputs in the front here. Now what's great about these two inputs is on the front here, you have either XLR or you have just a regular guitar key that you plug into it. So that's what's great about these preamps is you don't need other inputs to allow other instruments. You can just use the same input in one input. That's what's great, either XLR or a 1/4 inch. Now, the other great thing about this audio interface is your gain knobs. Now, the gain knobs have built-in LED lights that turn red, yellow, and green. So what's great about it is if you're in the green range around the LED lights, that means you're in a great signal and you're not clipping. But if you turn yellow on the gain knobs, that means you're starting to clip. And then when you're in the red zone, you're actually clipping. So this actually tells you when you're clipping or when you're in a good range, okay? Okay, so the other thing about the Focusrite 2i2 is you have your line switches. Now what that allows you to do is, let's say you want to record a guitar. Then what you would do is switch this switch to line. Or if you want to put an instrument, then you would switch it to instrument. So that's what these bottom switches are for. Okay, another thing about the Focusrite is it comes with phantom power. Now, if you are a condenser microphone user, then phantom power is going to be great because phantom power is what powers condenser microphones. You can't power a condenser microphone without phantom power. So if you want an audio interface with it, this will be the one for you. On the Focusrite 2i2, you have your volume switch knob, which is the big one, and then you have your headphone knob, which controls the volume going right to your headphones. So guys, the great thing about this audio interface is, number one, it's cheap. It runs about $250. Now, to pay $250 for an audio interface like this is literally fantastic. Some of them go all the way up to like $1,000. But if you want a great audio interface, this would be the one for you. Okay guys, so now let's talk about the back of the Focusrite. The back of the Focusrite, you have your two knobs here. Now your two inputs here allow you to connect your studio monitors from on your desk so that you guys can actually hear your music. Then on the back you have your USB port that plugs right into your computer so that you can power your audio interface, okay? Overall guys, the Focusrite 2i2 is a great starter interface and I highly recommend it. If you guys want a Focusrite 2i2 audio interface, I'll leave the links in the description down below. Go check them out. They have great features, the preamps sound amazing, and it's a great overall starter interface. So what we're going to do now is we are going to move on to the next audio interface so I can show you guys that one. Okay guys, so we just talked about the Focusrite 2i2. Now what we're going to do is talk about the Lexicon Alpha audio interface. This is literally a fantastic starter interface also. Now, this interface does have some downsides to it. It doesn't have all the features that the Focusrite does, but it does have some great features, okay? Okay guys, so let's start with the front of the audio interface. Now, what's great about it is, first, we have your instrument input. Now, you don't have your XLR and instrument TRS cable right in the front, and you don't have the double one like on the Focusrite. but you just have your TRS cable, which you can connect your guitar into it. You can connect your bass guitar, drums, and electric drum kit. Those are the things you can connect right into this. Now next to it, we have your two knobs. Now these are your knobs that control your volume and your gain. And then underneath the knobs, we have your LED lights. Now, the Focusrite also has your LED lights, but it has it around your gain knobs. These ones have it right below the gain knobs, so it will also tell you when you're clipping. Alright? Now, right next to it, we have your monitor switch. Now, your monitor switch is going to allow you to connect your speakers right to the back so you can have volume coming through. Over here, we have your monitor mix and your output level. Your output level is going to allow you how much volume you want coming out of your speakers. And then we have our headphone input. Okay guys, so now what we're going to do is talk about the back of the Lexicon Alpha audio interface. So the back of it, we have your line in. We have two of them so that you can connect your speakers right to them. On the end here, we have your USB port that goes right to your computer to power it up. And then we also have an XLR on the back. We don't have it on the front, but we have an XLR port on the back. Now, this audio interface does not come with phantom power, so you're going to have to use dynamic microphones on this. The Focusrite does have phantom power, but this one does not come with it. So that's the one downside to it. Then we have another line in output, and then these two at the end here allow you to connect an iPod or your iPhone, iPad right to it so that you could actually play music. So let's say you're going to like a wedding, a party or something, bring an audio interface with you. You can bring this one and then bring two speakers and then plug your iPhone right into it for music. Okay guys, so those were the two audio interfaces I wanted to show you guys today because these audio interfaces are great for beginners if you're just starting out recording and mixing. The Lexicon Alpha runs around $59 on Amazon, and if you want to spend a little bit more on the Focusrite, you can get that for about $250. But I tell you what, no matter what interface you get, you're going to be happy with to start with, okay? Now, the thing I want to talk about is when you buy an audio interface, before you buy it, make sure you know what you want to do. Like what kind of music you're going to be making, and make sure it has the features that you need. So let's say you bought a condenser microphone. You want to make sure that your audio interface has phantom power so that you can actually power that condenser microphone. Or you want to actually decide how many inputs do I need, you know? Because if you have a lot of band members and you know you have a lot of guitar players, a lot of bass players, and you have a lot of people you're going to be playing with and recording with, you're going to need a lot of inputs. So maybe buy an audio interface with a lot more inputs. But if it's only two people, you could get the Focusrite to actually just record you two. But if it's just one of you, the Lexicon Alpha only has one input on the front, but it also has an XLR on the back. So you could get that for two people too. Because then one person could sing, another person could actually play the guitar or piano. So guys, these are things to think about when you buy an audio interface. Make sure you think about, do your research for what you need on the audio interface. Don't buy it if you don't need it and it doesn't have all the features, because I've been down that road before and it's not good. So do your research on it, read about it, do all your video research, and trust me, when you get your first audio interface, it will work great. Okay? And if you guys haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, make it turn gray, turn on post notifications so that you guys are notified whenever I post a new video on Golden Productions. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching and thank you for all the support. I hope you learned a lot today about audio interfaces, and I hope you learned a lot about knowing what audio interface to buy if you're new to recording and mixing. So keep making great music, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys then.